Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back with Amar here. So, in this video, I will explain to you forecasting using least square method. Okay, so we have the data of motorcycle, sales of motorcycle in 2011 until 2017. So from the question here, we are asked to predict the sales of 2018 using the data of this 2011 until 2017. As we can see from the sales data here, the sales is always increasing, but it's at the end of the year it's decreasing. But actually the trend for this data is increasing, so we can use the least square method. So first, this is the data, this is the year, and we code the year into the x1 until 7. X1 is for 2011, x2 for is 2012, x3 for 2013, x4 is 2014. And this is the data of sales, and the x square is actually the square of this x. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. Sorry. And for this column column xy is actually the x times y. So 1 times for 74 is 74. 2 times 79 is 158, and so on. So first we will need to copy this data to Microsoft Excel. I have copied it first to Microsoft Excel. So the x square is x square. X square. Then we can drag it. Or you can also type like x times x. It will be the same. The square is times itself. And then for xy is x times y, right? And we will just have to drag it down. If you can see, the data is already the same. 1, 74, 49, 8, 54. Okay, it's already the same. And then what should we do to do forecasting? Forecasting is we need to find the data for this year, for the 8. This is the so we this is what we've been asked for to calculate. What is this value? So first we need to copy this formula to Microsoft Excel. I will use snipping tool here. And copy it to our Excel. So we have got the formula here. To do calculation for least square method prediction, we will need this formula, these three formula. So the first formula is y formula. Y formula itself is the main formula, or we can say it the least square formula. And as you can see, the data is A plus BX, so that we should know the A and we should know the B. The A itself is average Y minus B times average X. As we can see, to know the A, we must also know the B. So we will now to find the B first. Okay. Nah, so the B is sum of X, sum of XY. Nah, and the average. So we see here in the formula there is summarize and also the average. So from the data we will first need to summarize it. Sum, or we can say it total and average. Okay, sum, the formula for ini ya, for total is sum in Excel, and then we just drag it to the right. And for average is average. Okay, we'll just drag it to the right. Okay, so we got this data. We just have to merapikan. Okay, nah, so for the first formula is B. B is sum. We have already calculated it. Sum of the XY is this one minus N. N is the amount of the data we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can use actually 7 like this, but we will use the count in Microsoft Excel just in case the data is so big that we cannot count it one and one. Okay, count, and then times the average of X right here, times the average of Y. The Y is right here. Okay. So this is the result, but it's not the result of the B yet because we need to calculate the bottom one also. So the bottom one is the sum of X square, yes, minus, just like in the top one, count 7, okay, times the square of average of X. So the average of X, 4, we will square it like this. Okay, enter. So we will get here the result is this one divided by this one. It will be 10.54. And then if we have already got the B, we will move to the A. For the A, the formula is Y, the average of Y minus B times average of X. So we will calculate it. It's equal to the average of Y here minus B times the average of X. So we got the data of A here 56.7, and then we will get the formula for this least square is, in this case, is A is 56.7 plus B 10.54x. Like this. This is the formula for our least square. Yes, okay. This is the formula for our least square. In this case, if you have another data, so the result of the formula will also be different. How do we know that this formula is actually right or not? We can actually see it in Minitab. So that first we need to copy this data first. Control C and copy it to Minitab. Nah, if we have already copied it to Minitab, we can actually move to the statistic, time series trend analysis. So we select, okay. So the Minitab will process it automatically, and we will get the, see, you can, here, we will get the graphic also, the graphic for the actual data and the trend analysis. The trend is up. The actual data is the blue one. Wait, I will copy it to the Excel so that we can see it bigger, ya. Okay, so the blue graph is actually the actual data from year 1, year 2, year 3, or 2011, 2012, 2003, 2004. So this is the sales, the actual size, the actual sales is in blue line, blue graph, and for the red graph, red line is the feeds, you can see here, or the trend line that actually the uptrend. So we can see the formula automatically get from Minitab is, it is the same with the formula we got from our calculation. So it's actually, our calculation is correct. If correct, we can continue to the next step, where we predict the value of sales in 2011. So we will need to hide this. Okay. So for 2011, 2018, 2018 is the eighth year in this data. So the prediction will be, we will use this formula, dA plus dB times X, the 8, because it is the 8th year. So this is the prediction for 2018 is 141 unit sales of motorcycle. Okay, so this is the example of prediction or forecasting using least square method. Okay. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.